welcome to ESB Outspoken as we continue to talk about virtual events. Today we're going to tackle how to make your virtual event more exciting, and Richard's going to get us started with some ideas.
Virtual events are so exciting now, and really the sky is the limit when it comes to virtual. You've got to think of it that way. Let's get creative, and that's what's so important. So really, to make the event exciting, the first thing you have to do is think interactive.
Yes, the more interactive, the better.
More interactive, the better. Breakout rooms are huge. It's one of my most favorite things that I have been a part of in breakout rooms. You actually bond better in the virtual meeting than you do live and in person when you get together with those few people.
Well, that's because you're all of a sudden sent off to these breakout rooms with people you don't know. So you have to get to know some of these people, whereas in real meetings, you tend to hang out with everybody that you already know.
Oh, it's absolutely great. It's absolutely great. That's one thing that gets the meeting exciting. Other interactive ways like polling,
yes.
Using Q&A through the chat, live chat. That's fantastic. And then having something surprising happen, like a surprise guest jumping into the middle of an event makes it much more exciting.
Yes.
If all of a sudden you're going along and the speaker's talking and then boom, in there comes Magic Johnson, Simon Sinek, somebody famous, Peyton Manning, who loves to do it.
Love to jump into the virtual Zoom rooms.
And that being added to a virtual meeting or event, it just brings everybody right in, which is absolutely fabulous.
It does. It makes it fun. We'll talk a little bit about when you kick it off. What are some of the things that you do when you start your virtual meeting that makes it a little bit more fun?
Well, I mean, some of the things that you and I have discussed have to do with really having fun music that you can bring into the event at the beginning, some cool graphics, some things like that that get people's attention right up front. That's a big deal. But entertainment itself or an entertaining person can really add something to it.
The Good Emcee at the beginning makes a big difference.
Oh, it sure does. Andy Buckley that we use for the virtual summit.
He did a fantastic job for us.
And there were people that told me that was one of their favorite things from the whole summit. And so that's what sticks with you. That's what you bring in there at the beginning.
It just sets the tone for the entire event.
Oh, yeah. And when you have a level of either an entertaining person or entertainment, like maybe 5 minutes of comedy up front,
right?
Maybe a mentalist doing something, a couple of magic tricks, something like that can really add to it.
Just makes it fun. I mean, the other things that I've seen that are really fun at the beginning, I mean, I've got a client that started out their day with a yoga session. It was kind of a sunrise yoga session, just like you would do in person.
I love that idea.
But they did it virtually, and the yoga instructor came on. Anybody that wanted to attend could, and that was really nice. And then also I had somebody that did a dance session in the middle of the day just to kind of break it up, because it can get long. If you're doing, a full day session, it can get long. And so they broke it up middle of the day with a dance session. We've seen people close out at the end of the day with entertainment, with music or some type of band, which is fun. There's also, people can do virtual happy hour at the end if anybody wants to join into that. So it's just a matter of getting creative, coming up with new ways of doing this, because you can't take your event that you had before and make it into a virtual event.
Oh, and that reminds me, there's a couple other neat things. When you're talking about a happy hour, I've seen some people actually have a bartender come on and show people how to make some special drinks.
Oh, and we also have had people that have done the online cooking class. So we had somebody that did that and had a chef that came on to teach how to cook. So one of the end of the day sessions was how to make a dish that they could do that night.
Which is absolutely fabulous. So it's these kind of things that really keep those events going, keep people's attention. But you and I also talked about distractions. And that really, one of the things that you don't see.
It's so easy to get distracted.
Well, in an in-person event, you have dedicated your time to show up and be there. But with a virtual event, you're still at the office. Or maybe you're at home. And
a lot of times you're at home, you've got the kids running around, the pets, everybody,
And so there's no way. So you've got distractions. So you need to be focused. And some of those things, obviously, it is making those people participate in the event, which is the most important thing in limiting distractions.
Well, and some of the things we've seen people use too are offering swag bags to the ones that can stay on all day and, then answer some questions or come up, send an email back with things that they saw that they liked, or post it on social media, some of their favorite things from the event. So, just whereas, clients in the past would have handed out swag bags to everybody, you can't do that now. So if you want to mail some to people that participate, that's exciting for them. So that way they're getting something. And
the incentive, offering an incentive is so huge.
It is.
But keeping them engaged in some way is the best way to make sure that there's no distractions. And that means not having 20 or 30 minutes up front before you get into questions, but having questions and interaction throughout the presentation. That's right. Very important to do.
It is. Some of the other things that I've seen, I saw a client that sent DoorDash coupons to everybody so they could order lunch in during the event. And then also somebody did Omaha steaks for their clients. So after the event, they had Omaha steaks at the house and they could cook with their family.
That's fabulous. And then people can get creative ideas as well, like you and I have discussed before, in which that one medical school had that swearing in. And they did it so uniquely where one person had the first part of a line, another person had the second part of a line. Then all of a sudden there's 20, 25 people saying a line at the same time. It was so powerful that you actually got a little bit of that tingle in you from that. And if you can accomplish that and make your brain start thinking about what can we do virtually to make this special, rather than, let's just copy the live event. It's huge. And it's this kind of creativity that's made such a difference.
It is. And I think the clients that are the most innovative right now are going to be the ones that stand out with their events. And, we have seen everybody now is ready to pivot to virtual. There was a few holdouts at the beginning, but now everybody's tackling it. So, it's fun to see what people are coming up with.
It's fabulous. And what we know today in virtual, it's going to be so far beyond that a year or two from now. So stay tuned on that.
That's right.
No doubt. But you be virtual and you be outspoken.